Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Welcome to school. Today we are going to revise some of the lesson in English. So, let's start with lesson number 21. There is the key of the kingdom. It is a poem. There is a key of the kingdom, and in that kingdom there is a city, and in that city there is a town. In that town there is a street. So you all know what is a street. In that street there is a lane. In that lane there is a yard. In that yard there is a house. In that house there is a room. In that room there is a bed. On that bed there is a basket, and in that basket there are some flowers. Now it is again reverted. Flowers in the basket, basket on the bed, bed in the room, house in the yard, then lane, street, town, and so on. And at last that it is stated that this is the key of the kingdom. In this way, the poem is described starting from the key of the kingdom, then it ends with the basket in the flower, and at the end again it is reverted, and again it describes the key of the kingdom. Now we'll see lesson number 22, a team of workers. In this lesson, all our parts of the body describe how they work 24 hours to keep us fit and healthy. In this lesson, the mouth asks every part of our body to tell us what they do, and it calls every body part to come and describe its work. First, the hands come and they describe the work they do. That means lifting, holding, carrying, giving, taking, pulling, pushing. They put and they do hundreds of work. So, the work that the hands do are described here. Then comes feet, and this says that they walk, run, tap, dance, skip, jump, hop, step forward, turn about. Just in time they stop too. Then comes eyes. Eyes open, close, read, blink, and see far and near things. Then come ears. They hear all types of sound, whether it is loud or soft. Then nose describe that they breathe day and night and they never rest, and they have to smell all types of smell, whether it is good or bad. But all the body parts think that it's the belly who is not doing any kind of work, and they decides to starve the belly, not to give any food to belly, and in this way the belly suffers, and the belly asks them to give food, as the belly tries to conceive them that it's the belly who digests food for them. But instead of giving food to the belly, they are against the belly, and so they suffer for it. After some time, all the body parts feel tired and weak, because as they didn't give food to the belly does not send energy to them, and they feel weak and tired. At that time, the brain makes all the body part realize their fault, that they don't have energy. That's why they feel weak and tired, and tells them to think who gives them energy. It's the brain who make them realize that it's the belly who gets energy for them by digesting all the food. They give it to the belly, and when the belly digests the food, it gives energy to all the parts of the body, and that's why they are fit and healthy. Now the body parts realizes that it's the belly who does the important work, and they decides to give the food to the belly so that they will get the energy to work properly and be healthy. Now we'll see lesson number 23, the two merchants of Seri. This lesson we will see how the two merchants trade in the town selling their pots and pans. Once upon a time, in a place called Seri, there were two merchants who traded with pots and pans and other things made of brass and tin. When these two merchants traded or reached in a town for trade, they used to divide the street between them, and each one went up and down the street selling his tinware and brass, and people will come out of the doorstep and traded with them. When only after one merchant has finished his business on that street did the other one made his round there. In this way, they traded in the streets and town. In those days, people did not pay money but exchange their things with the other thing of the same value. In one house, there lived a poor old woman with her granddaughter. Once they had been rich, but now the only riches was a dish that was made up of gold, and which the grandmother and the granddaughter did not know that it was a golden dish, and it was left among the pots and pans on the shelf. The granddaughter asked her grandmother to trade with the dish with a merchant, and unfortunately, the greedy merchant reached there and she calls her for the trade. When the old lady shows the dish to the greedy merchant, he realized that it is a golden dish, and without paying anything, he wants the dish. So he says that even a copper coin will not be paid for the dish, and he threw the dish and goes away. The greedy merchant thinks that he will take the dish without paying a copper coin at free of cost or paying less. In a crafty way, he decides to take the dish, and that's why he makes the old lady realize that the dish was of no cost. After some time, when the honest merchant makes his round in the street where the old lady and the granddaughter lives, and when he comes near their house, they shows the dish to the honest merchant, and he tells them that the dish was golden dish, and they agrees to trade with the honest merchant, and by paying all his money and ware and making a promise that he will bring more money to them. They trades with the honest merchant. After some time, when the greedy merchant comes to the old lady and asks for the dish, she says that he has taken advantage of their poverty and need. And what could the greedy merchant say? He pays price for his dishonesty and greed. Now we'll see lesson number 24 at the market. In this lesson, we can see the marketplace where many shops are there, such as fruit shops, vegetables, juice, then snacks, and people they wander in the market and they purchase many food products and so many other things in the market. When we go to the vegetable seller to purchase vegetable, we bargain with them. We ask them to give or decrease the less money. In this way, we purchase vegetables. Same way, when we go to a fruit stall, we can see different kinds of fruits and we like to purchase them at the low cost and of good quality. So here you can see that on the food stall many fruits are there and people purchase the good quality fruits. Same way, whenever you go with your parents to the market, you can see different cake shops, juices, bubble makers, and many other things in the market. And you like so many things to be purchased for you. So, sometimes when you visit a market, do have some roasted corn cobs too. Now we'll see lesson number 25 after school. So, what we do after school? We run, jump. When the school bell rings, we put away all the things like books, slates, compass box, and so many other things when the school is over. And we go to play and romp. And we enjoy after the school. What we do? We go to play and romp, means jumping and dancing. We go out of the school. When the school is over, the teacher who is good and kind is left behind all by herself, and perhaps she doesn't mind, as the teacher knows that the next day her students will be back in the school. So she allows them to enjoy their day that is over. And in this way, the children enjoy going home.